All right, what's up, kiddo? We are out on the trail. We got gas and propane empty. We got to get to town. But the problem is, right now, Joe's trying to assault a moose. What are you doing? Oh, okay, so there's a mama moose. There's a mama moose right there. And Joe's trying to get her off the trail so we can go. But you can only get so close because mama moose calls the shots right now. 1,500-pound animal standing in the trail with her ears back. Yeah, we just dive behind a tree if she comes at us, I guess. Just step off the trail. 20 feet, that's all you have to do. There's the problem right there. She's got a baby. So she's extra protective. Wanna go by? We just sit and wait, right, kiddo? Alaska moose on the bush trail. We'll come back and see how it works out.
Hopefully find you in the car with some warm hot cocoa.
All right, about 15 minutes has gone by. We're about 100 yards down the trail from last time. You can see baby moose there. Baby moose is actually taking the right-hand side of a split in the trail, and we're hoping that mama follows, and we could just take the left side that goes right there. But we'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna zoom in and see when her ears pin back like that. That is bad news. That is a defensive stance, and we're just not getting very far with her. Don't know. Will be a while. She'll move. Hopefully not an hour and a half from now, but we'll see. All right, that's completely zoomed out. I'm about 30 yards away, I think. Too close for me, so I'm gonna get back. Chloe's back here getting ready to break into our emergency rations because she's hungry. It's definitely breakfast time. So, anyways.
I could be sitting on the couch reading a nice book.
That sounds so much more boring than this. You're gonna have stories for your kids when you get older.
Yeah.
Get a quick shot of mama and baby. Baby's huge. I don't know, probably guess close to 600 pounds, but anyways, baby came out of the bushes, and so I thought I'd get her on camera. Joe is gonna try and bomb through another trail. If he scares the moose back this way, I better find a better place to hide. I guess up this high might be pretty good. I'm standing on the snowmobile box. And Joe is right there. Now Mama Moose is like, what the heck? I thought I had him cornered. All right, Joe's back on the main trail. There's Chloe hanging out back where Uncle Joe ditched her. I'm really proud of her. Usually she's really high anxiety. Doesn't really love situations like this, but she's still having fun. You still doing good? That was a thumbs up. She's just chilling. She is getting hungry though. All right. We'll see what happens in another 10 minutes. All right, we're getting it.
Hip hip hooray for Tesoro.
Let's see how tall the berm is up over Chloe's head here. And we are almost to the road. We have to shovel this out. That's the road right there.
It may look like a lot, but in less than 30 minutes we got the whole trunk
We'll go take a look at the trunk here. Oh yeah, we got the bed of the truck cleaned out, the top. There was 3 feet of snow on there. Oh, we got Chloe slaving away back here. So glad she came with us today. She's been a huge help. What we got going back here is, you can see this wall of snow. There is the road, and the berm is just lower than Chloe and about another 2-3 feet thick. So we have that to do, and we should be able to get out of here. We were gonna go to town today, but we ran into the moose on the trail, and we didn't realize we were gonna have to shovel this much out of the parking lot. So we scratched the town trip today. We just wouldn't be able to get it done in time before darkness falls on us. So we're gonna get out of here, go fill some gas jugs at the closest gas station, which also has some deli food in it. Well, not deli, but you know, hot deli, corn dogs and JoJo's and that kind of stuff. Treat ourselves to a little bit of that. JoJo's, woohoo!
They need to be crunchy to be delicious.
That is right. And then we'll come back here, park back in our spot, head back home, and try again tomorrow. So Zach and I essentially have 1 month left to haul all the supplies in that we need on the trail. Stuff for our solar panel system, our off-grid power, lumber for our dock. We're getting poly barrels to float the dock as well. We need some more lumber for a couple other projects inside the lodge that we're doing. And it's escaping me right now, but I know we have more supplies to haul out here as well. And doing the trail back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, coupled with the fact that the weekend riders hit it, it just tears it up. And it starts tearing our equipment up, our trailers, our hitches, our machines, and the suspension on those machines. So today I'm taking the drag that our friend made and let me borrow, and also my homemade drag, and I'm taking it down most of the trail. I'm doing about 2/3 of the trail today, down and back, and trying to smooth this sucker out. It's going to save mine and Zach's backs, our equipment, and possibly the supplies that we haul in from breaking and being in disrepair. So that's what I'm doing today. Really a perfect day for grooming the trail. I got my get up behind me there, and almost home. It's taken me, man, close to 4 hours, I guess, to do 2/3 of the trail here. You got to go really slow or it's not worth it. If you go too fast, the snow just flies out, as opposed to being drugged to the center and dropped into the low spots. So I'm gonna call this segment quits and get back home. I'm hungry, it's lunchtime.
All right, so the country boys made it to the city. Joe met up with a guy via Craigslist.
Email.
Found some poly barrels so we can float our dock. There we go.
We purchased 6 of these things. We went with smaller. These are 15-gallon poly barrels, as opposed to, say, a 55-gallon drum or a 30-gallon drum. My hope is that we're gonna lay these underneath the frame of the dock just like this, and we're gonna have an 8-inch frame on the dock. So it's gonna take about that much. So only about that much is gonna be floating in the water, and our dock's not gonna be sticking up out of the water a mile long. So,
right on.
It should work out perfect.
So, funny little side story. Joe gets an email from the guy off Craigslist, and Joe's like, hey, we're gonna be there in about 15 minutes. Who do we meet up with? Who do we pay? And the guy's like, well, just show up and ask for Maui. And okay, Maui, there you go. We're thinking, okay, we know who to look for. So Joe comes up and he finds this big, muscular, what's the word? Polynesian guy.
Samoan.
Yeah, he's like,
Hey,
hey,
with a name like Maui?
excuse me, are you Maui? He's like, no man, she's in there. You'll find her in there. Oh, okay, sorry, she. Okay, Maui is a unisex name, totally.
I was looking for a demigod
Yeah.
with a hook.
Big, like muscular dude. Totally fit the description of Maui. So we go into this little coffee shop, and Maui's a little old lady. So I just thought that was funny. We were looking, darn you, Moana, got us looking in the wrong direction. Anyways, okay, on with our day. Gotta get out of the city soon. Right, here we are at the happiest place on earth. Boom, Costco.
Getting the essentials.
The essentials, yeah. So 2 carts were loaded pretty good. We're trying to keep everything in the cab of the truck. And then it's up to the not the floor. It's up from the floor to the ceiling there. And there we go. Poly barrels and a big ice chest. And that's it. Heading back.
To do the responsible thing. Return my cart.
All right, just loaded up the solar panels here in Wasilla. Joe went in to pay for them. We're gonna pay half now and half later for this whole system. We're getting 8 batteries, 6 solar panels, and all the bells and whistles like the charge controller and the inverter that go with it. So Joe's inside just signing away Emma's college tuition, and we'll be on our way. This is all we're gonna get today, the panels, that's it, because everything is just so heavy that we're gonna make other loads to get it home. Each of the batteries, we're getting 8 of them. Each of them weighs 122 pounds. So it's a little much for our old snowmobiles to haul up the trail. So we gotta kind of do it in stages. We'll get the panels home, then we'll get batteries and the huge charge controller that mounts on the wall. Probably weighs like 100 pounds too. So anyways, that's about it. Heading toward the trailhead, I guess. All right, see ya. All right, we're getting all loaded up. Check this out. We were craving peanuts, so I grabbed a bag at Costco and threw it in the cart, and then Joe threw one in his cart, and I looked at him like, what? So I guess we're gonna have peanuts for a long time. Anyways, there we go. Solar panels getting all wrapped up. Nice. Good. And stocking up on flour. Price of everything is going up. I don't exactly know why, but just getting things we need. Well, chips we don't really need, but we want some chips. Anyways, we got the poly barrels, like pretty maids all in a row. That'll float the dock. So we are setting good. We'll head home this evening. It is gonna get dark soon. Zach and I just pulled the biggest hill that we have on this trip. Got the solar panels there, the poly barrels, the Costco load in this. But we did lose an item. Not that, that's Zach's backpack. Yeah, that's right. Toilet paper. Folks, it ain't March of 2020, but toilet paper is still a precious commodity out here. Hey, toilet paper gets heavy when you gotta hike it up that trail. Whew. It was like 200 yards down the trail, and I was like, wah! And I looked back real quick, and I'm like, oh no! Can't stop now. Never say whoa on a hard pull. So the main reason is, see how we tarp up this system here? Nothing falls out. We've never had an issue with that. But we only have 2 tarps. One is covering the solar panels, and one is covering the rest of the Costco load. There, that would have been better. That would have kept it in there. So the problem with the big hill, right, is there's moguls on it, and you have to go fast. I was airborne like a half a dozen times, and if I stop, I don't get started again. Yeah, so the rest of the trail, even with the bumps and the moguls, it's not terrible because we can go slower. But that hill, man, you gotta rip it. When in doubt, throttle out. All right, let's get back on the trail. All right, another setback. Can't really tell by the lighting. The lighting looks pretty good, but it's actually getting pretty darn dark. Stopped on the trail here. My machine's back there, and Joe is trying to do what he does best. Ramshackle things together. So, sorry, Bill, we broke your freight sled. Someone broke your freight sled. Some steel snapped underneath, and one of the skis is going wonky, so Joe's attaching it to the frame with some straps so we can get it home. And yeah, don't want to leave all those solar panels on the side of the trail tonight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just a Trailside update for you folks. Trailside update. See ya.
Bramante Brothers.